Hello and welcome back to the latest episode of Gina's Gems, where you get to meet the team behind the scenes. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Tim O'Connor, one of our consultants out of our Chicago office. Tim's here to share some gems with us regarding leveraging API connectivity between clients and vendors. Hi, Tim. I'm thrilled to have you here. And you know how it goes. Before we get into it, I'd love for you to share a quick fun fact about yourself.
Hi, Gina. Well, certainly glad to be here talking about API connectivity today. When I am not working in the world of absence, disability, and life insurance, my wife and I are usually doing something active with our two large dogs, or we're training for some type of half marathon or marathon.
Yeah, rumor has it you've got two coming up, Chicago and New York. Very exciting.
Very exciting, yes.
We will be cheering you on from the sidelines. That's awesome. So Tim, you and I have talked about this quite extensively. Enhancing the employee experience is a top priority right now for employers for post-pandemic success. About 92% of employers say that post-pandemic enhancing that experience will be a priority over the next 3 years. So would you be able to share some insight on what you're seeing with your clients?
Absolutely, Gina. And so I think we've continued to see over the past couple of years a heavier lean on technology, and especially now that we're starting to see more remote work, people working out of the office, it's becoming more important than ever. And so as we look at the TPA insurance vendor market, some of the biggest things our employers are trying to find a solution for is how do we get that information that our employees are providing a TPA insurance carrier, whether it's on a disability or FMLA claim, and how do we get that into our own internal Ben admin, HRIS, human capital system. So everything from leave statuses to disability claim decisions, E of I decisions for voluntary life or any type of voluntary disability products, even billing streamlining. I think one of the things that we always hear about is we have all these internal reports and data, but someone has to go through and manually pull it. So how can we automate that process to make sure that the data is coming back and forth, but not only is it going back and forth, but it's going into our systems real time. Ultimately, what we're trying to help solve for our employers is removing the administration so that way their HR teams can really focus on what means the most to them. And that really is providing great benefits to their employees and making sure they know how to use them.
Yeah, absolutely. So if a large employer is looking for solutions, how do you and your team step in and help?
Yeah, so I think just with the expertise and the relationships that we have in the vendor marketplace, we continuously do educational sessions and RFI type activities with our vendor partners to make sure that we're up to speed on what their latest and greatest technology capabilities are. And so with that partnership, we really use that to help our clients not only help with their in-force vendor relations, but also as they potentially change any internal systems or we're going through an RFP process, we can really help leverage that and put really good solutions in front of our clients based on which platforms they're moving to or what solutions they're trying to find.
I know you have a recent client case that you were involved with, so maybe you can just share a few little details about that.
Of course. So we recently had a client that went through a full Workday integration implementation. So they transitioned all of their human capital, Ben admin, leave tracking, payroll into one system within Workday. And so as a result of that implementation, what we were looking to do is to find a solution to help streamline each of those different facets of Workday, from leave management to billing to E of I, and making sure that we have a solution that helps really leverage the investment in the technology. So looking to get real-time leave status updates through API connectivity, going from the vendor system into the human capital system at the client, but then also getting some of those other really nice features in terms of automation on payroll tasks and functions as a result of leave status. And then one of the things that we also looked at was streamlining that billing process again and really making it as easy as just clicking a button and having that real-time connectivity between Workday and the vendor to streamline some of the billing components.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know the client was incredibly happy with the work that you and your team did on that. So thank you so much for sharing all of that information, Tim. It was great to see you. I haven't seen you in person in 2 years now. Nice to connect. Thank you for all of you who joined us today. We hope you'll come back in another 2 weeks for our next episode. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, Gina.